So we just dug up all of this comfrey.
Come here.
Now what we need to do, now ideally I would be breaking off all these. See that? Because we don't need it all, it really only needs a small bit. Even that weird chunk, that might have been my original piece. So when we dig it up, we only need this small piece, and we're gonna plant these guys. So this is just a pile of organic soil, basically. We have a supplier out here in Ramona that I think he mainly supplies actually marijuana farms, he told me. Thank God, I guess they're all growing organically, but I definitely only use his soil. I have my own compost that I use in the garden, but when it comes to potting something up, choose the best. You are growing your food. These are all the roots that we dug out. By the way, I don't use hand tools. I have fingers, guys. I was designed with hand tools, which is pretty awesome. Some of us were, some of us won't. I don't know. Okay. Or we're not, I guess. Some of us were not designed. Okay. We're not going to worry about the fact that the leaves are kind of sad. It's wilting because we dug it up. So put some soil in there. Put your root in there, guys. Now, this guy's got life, so I'm just going to go right up to the base of that. I'm not even going to pack it in. I don't believe in packing. We need air in there. That right there, that's moist just from the rain. That guy's going to be happy for a couple days before I have to truly water this guy. And as an example on like these crowns, so what I commonly do with a crown like this, where you're going to look at it and go, how do I plant that? What end is up? So since we don't know what end is up most of the time, and you'll do the same with the horseradish crown if you are totally confused as to what you're even looking about. Goji berry, when you buy it, you won't know. It'll look like a stick from the neighbor's yard. You'll even wonder if you've been swindled. Trust yourself. I commonly can tell people if you don't have pots, flats are great for starting roots, because what I do is I'll put them in the flat just sideways like this and just cover it enough. And you'll see it's going to grow from one end or another. So you can see where your growth comes from, and if you want to dig it back up and put it somewhere else. I can see a little bit of root in there, but we're going to go sideways with this guy, and I'm only going to put a couple inches. That's it. I don't want to put too much above it. I want it to come up. And let's see how little baby Boo's doing. Well, he's having a good time. We've got him weeding over there. We believe in slave labor for sure. I know he's a little bit young and he sometimes pulls out the wrong crops, but it's all we can afford here at Little Patch of Heaven. So we take him young and cheap. So again, we'll do another one here, and we'll kind of just show you on a lot of these that if you have too much root, save it. Again, your neighbors or somebody's going to want some. This is a big guy here. Realistically, this big crown right here, watch. I just wondered because the baby was eating it. I almost wanted to eat it. So that's all we need right there, guys, is that guy. And I don't even need this piece, but I'm just going to leave it. You can even see right here where when I harvested, I obviously tore it apart because this is already cured. It's not white. So this had torn under the ground. And hi, buddy, we're over here. Come on. Come on. So we put a little bit more dirt in. Again, now when they've got the plant, we already know what we want to do. We want it upright. You don't have to go sideways. But let's pot these up, guys. So when you go get your cuttings from your goji, your horseradish, or your comfrey, you have got to pot that. If it's got life, you've got to pot it up now. If you're just aiming for the crowns, these guys, don't worry about it. They actually can stay out of the soil for a little while and they'll start rooting right out of the top of it. But when it comes to these little guys here, you want to get that in the ground, guys, because this little guy has got life and he needs to be in soil. So keep your used containers. These are all just pots that I've collected from various people that don't want anything. Anytime we buy something, we reuse all the pots, of course. And here we go. So again, help out somebody. You're how many? One plant turned into, looks like about 20. So, I mean, if you ask me, I think that probably reaps a bigger benefit than anything that you could just about plant in your garden, folks. And remember now, this is Russian Bocking 14, but true comfrey, same thing. You can dig up the roots. It's the same exact thing. The difference is it spreads by seed also. But get yourself some of these plants, folks. This is fun stuff, and if you've got any chickens or turkeys or goats or anything, they're going to love you for it. So check back with us later. I laugh at how he